a question. Yes, what is it? What does the fox say? You would know since you're a fox. Oh, of course. What the fox says is, "Sup to Fantastic Fox, sup to Fantastic Fox, sup, 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 sup to Fantastic Fox, sup, 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 sup." So what happened to that other video that goes like, rah, 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 rah? They forgot to the sub to Fantastic Fox lyrics. Oh, of course. Okay, let's get on to the story time. Hey Foxes, today I will be doing my first video on my new iPhone 7 Plus. I have had this iPhone 5C since like 3 years ago. So finally I get a new phone. Can you see the better quality on my face? And I'll be doing Story Sunday, and let's go. So the first story is going to be about how I broke my wrist. Why do I always have stories that are so painful? Why can't there be any good stories? Maybe I'll try to think of some later, but anyway. This is the story about how I broke my wrist. So I was really into gymnastics, which I still am. I still do gymnastics a lot, and you probably know where it's going from here. It took me about I'd say 5 months to get from level 1 to back walkovers. And then I started on my back handsprings, and I got that really quickly. But from there, it doesn't go good. So a back handspring is when, here, let me try to get a good angle here. So you start like this, and you pop back, and then your your arms are like this, and your feet then touch, and then you stand up. And that's a back handspring. So I was doing that, and I finally learned how to do it by myself. So I was doing it at my gymnastics place, and I was telling a story that day of wow, I've never got injured during gymnastics. I really jinxed myself, I guess, because when I did my back handspring, say this is the floor, this finger, or my ring finger, I think. No, it was this finger, and it was and it broke my wrist. It shattered, and it hurt so much, and I thought, please don't be broken. And then we went to the doctors, and they were like, it's not broken, and I was like, yay. But then how am I telling the story? Because after that I went to a different doctor's, and it was broken. And that was the beginning of the summer, all the way to the end of the summer, and the first 2 weeks of school I had a cast on. And it was the worst thing ever. Every 2 weeks I was like, oh, maybe I'll get my cast off this time. Just didn't happen. And it was so annoying. I had to work with clay with one hand. Do you know how hard that is? And then clay got in my cast and was like, ugh. But once I got it off, it felt so weird, and I had a rash, and be careful when you're doing back handsprings, any gymnastics move that you aren't very skilled at yet. And I was still pretty good at back handsprings. I think that was my 5th day being able to do them. And that just happened, and it was sad. Well, on to another story, I guess. This story is going to be about how my stepbrother Kyle shattered his whole entire phone the first time he dropped it. So this is how it went. So basically, he was at the carnival, and he had his phone out like this, probably, I'm guessing. Or no, I think it slipped out of his pocket, right onto the floor. And then it was cement. So it was he had a screen protector too. And it shattered the whole entire screen. And then it was terrible, because we still had a lot of fun at the carnival, but he got his phone replaced a week after, and it's pretty cool. I'm just so happy to have this new phone. Continuing on with the devices section. So my brother's friend, his name's John. He's been in one of the videos. If you remember the hacks video which was like about a month ago. He was the person sneaking through the door. And about a year and a half ago, Geometry Dash was like very, very in, and everyone was playing it. And now it's not really anymore, but this is what happened. He was playing it on his like new iPad. At this time, I think it was an iPad Mini 3 or whatever they called it, which was the newest one. And he had it, it was in this big case, and then he was so close to finishing a level, and then he got a little mad, and from there, boom, he punched his iPad so hard, glass went all over and into his hand, and it just shattered. I mean, he got a little mad, I'm guessing, just a little bit, and then there was glass all over the floor, and it was, I mean, kind of funny, but okay, it was really funny. Except that, like, how could you get that mad? It's just one game. I know I've gotten mad, but never that mad. To go, like, boom, just, I think it was new, too. So, like, be careful. That was sad. Very sad. Okay, I'm going to throw in a story from Green Lake. So what I did is you saw me doing it in a video, but I never explained what I did. So there's two things. First one is I was in the lake. I mean, it was a green lake. You got to go in the lake. And these people had these tubes, and I was like, I wonder what I could do with this. And then I thought, of course, I'll swim under them so many times. So that's what I did. And I did that to 3 people, but then the third person, it was the funniest because they were like, this kid keeps going under our tube, and then I went under again when someone else came, and they were like, ah. It was really funny. And also a thing I did is I went like this, and I jumped like a frog out of the water and then dived back in, and it was actually really fun. Because it's like, you're dry, and then you're really wet, and then it's like, then you zoom, and it feels so weird, because all that is in like, the span of 5 seconds. So you're like, whoa! That's how it feels. Right. This is the puppet I got from Green Lake. I got it's a fox. And it is actually quite soft. I haven't showed it in a video in a while, but its softest part is its hand. And that was pretty cool. There is one last story I will be needing to tell you. So this is, if you are from my school, you will know this story from last year. And this one kid, he was dared by his friend to pants this other kid completely. Like underwear too. And then he did. And then while he was in front of the whole class, and then after that, he pulled up his pants again and just jumped on him and went like, boom. And then they both got suspended. One got suspended for 3 days, and then the person that pants them got suspended for like a week. Yeah. And then they were like, are you serious? You suspended someone? It's like, you kind of have the right to do that. So then the person got their suspension lifted, and it was just a crazy story. The next day, everyone knew, because, I mean, it was gossip. It goes around so quick, and it was insane. Okay, I know I said that was going to be the last story, but I'll make this one really quick, because I know I will forget it later. So, again, another story from my school, one of my friends, they have, like, 6 bags of these super hot Cheetos in one lunch period, and pepper seeds. It was like a red pepper, and that is insane. Like, I can't handle 1 bag of the hot Cheetos alone, so doing that is like so crazy to me, and I don't know how you can handle it, because I definitely can't, because like it's so hard. It's like, it will wake you up if you have it right after wake up, you'll be like, anyway, foxes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I guess that's what the fox says.